So what I want to do with this video is take a look at the process of getting yourself the crypto assets you need to move further with the DAISY community project. Now I'm just going to go to the Binance cryptocurrency exchange for this presentation because there are so many different places you could buy USDT. I just need to pick one of them, and in my mind Binance is probably the simplest option, and that's because there are different types of USDT, as if life were not confusing enough, and we want to be certain that we're using the TRON USDT. It's a token which is referred to as a TRC20 token versus the normal one, which is the Ethereum one, which is normally referred to as the ERC20 token. Pretty much both the same thing. They're US dollar tether, whichever blockchain they use, but we need to use the TRON blockchain, and making sure that we do that is very easy on Binance. So I'm now going to take you to Binance and just quickly run you through the process of setting that purchase of USDT up. Now I'm going to assume that you have set up a Binance cryptocurrency exchange account. If you haven't, then go to Binance.com. That's the website you're looking at right now, and find the registration button and set yourself up an account. It's quite simple. You may have to go through some KYC right at the beginning. I'm sure you've been through that process a few times by now. So let's get started on acquiring the asset we need. Very quickly, let me just explain the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that you're going to go into the DAISY community project, and you're going to fund one tier, maybe two tiers, maybe three tiers, and you're going to fund basically what you're comfortable with to get yourself a position in readiness for taking advantage of these wonderful DeFi opportunities that we have coming, and the special purchase options that we'll have on our new DAISY DeFi tokens as they're launched from the 12th of June onwards. That's the subject of the first video. Hopefully you went all the way through that, and you particularly looked at Michael Faust and his explanation of how that DeFi project's going to work. What we're doing here is we're just simply going through the process of buying some USDT and how you quickly do that on Binance. And then in the next video, I'm going to take you through the next stage, which is setting up a TRON Link wallet, and that will be there in readiness to take the assets that you're going to buy here on Binance. Now, if you have crypto assets elsewhere, you can of course send them over to Binance and maybe trade them into USDT, or if they're already in USDT, perfect, you can just send them over to Binance. And part of what I'm going to show you is how to get that asset out in the right chain format, i.e. ready for the TRON blockchain. So where to begin? Let's start with, you want to buy some USDT. So up here, once you're logged in, you'll see this buy crypto button. You literally choose bank deposit or credit debit card. There are a few other options, but I'm not going to bother with those. Let's assume you're going to buy using credit debit card. You click on that right there, and then the purchase screen will load. Mine loads and defaults to GBP. You may be on the European continent, in which case yours will default to Euro, or you may be in the States or whatever, you may use USDT. Wherever you're based, your natural currency is generally what's going to populate there. What you need to do then is turn this receive box into USDT. So there's an arrow there. and in this search box type in USDT, click on that as it comes up, and here you can see that 1 USDT at the moment would cost me 71 pence in pound sterling. You have to make a decision, of course, about what tier level you're going to fund at Daisy, and again I will do a separate video on that as well, just to cover it, but probably after the TRON link video. But let's assume for now that you just want to get started, you just want to get tier 1 funded, because after all, once that's done, you can go back and repeat this process, and you can fund then tier 2 and then fund tier 3 if you want to, right up to the point that you're comfortable with. The tiers work very simply like this. The first tier is 100, the second tier then is an additional 200, so the total cost is 300. The next tier after that is an additional 400, therefore the total cost is 700, and so on. If you're already thinking, well, do you know what, I'm going to go in at 300, or I'm going to go in at 700, fine, you can make that purchase in one go here. But let's assume that you want 100 USDT for tier 1 at Daisy. Now you need to also allow for a little bit of TRON, which you will need for costs on the TRON blockchain and costs in and out of the Daisy project, which will be covered in TRON. And you'll probably want to also allow a little bit for transaction fees and so on. So if I was buying or wanted to buy 100 USDT, to allow for those things I would put in 125 USDT, and as you can see that would cost me £88.20. So then I would click the continue button. I'm not going to do that because A, I already have some USDT in my Binance account, B, I actually also have a little bit of TRON in my Binance account, and more importantly, I'm currently funded up to the tier level that I want to be at the Daisy project. So you'll be taken, after you've clicked and activated this transaction, you'll be taken to the fiat and spot wallet section here. You'll be taken there probably automatically after your purchase. And then what you want to do is find your USDT. You see there's mine there, and in fact you can just see down below there's also a little bit of TRON. Spookily enough, there's 150 TRON in there, which would be roughly what you'd need to fund any charges to get you into tier 1 at Daisy. Roughly speaking, for every $100 you plan to put into Daisy, 150 TRON will be what you'll need to cover the charges. So we're all pretty much set up as if we were going to go and fund tier 1 at Daisy. Let's assume that you are ready, for example, to buy some TRON out of the USDT you just purchased. Remember, you'll need about 150 TRON per 100 of Daisy contribution you want to make. To do that, we just scroll up here to where it says trade, where it says markets, just there. Click on markets, and when that loads over here, you want to type in TRX and make sure here you're on fiat markets. So this is showing fiat markets, i.e. dollar markets for TRX, which is basically the TRON coin. So you'll see at the top there of the list we have TRX USDT. Okay, we want to just simply click on that now, and that takes us into the live market at Binance. And just double check you're on TRX USDT. Yep, that's correct. And scroll down here and you'll see the buy TRX screen. And the other thing you'll notice straight away is it's set to limit. That's kind of the default. Normally when you buy crypto assets on an exchange, you will want to dictate the price as much as possible. So a limit order is you saying I'll pay for this asset at that price and no higher, or I want to buy this asset at that price, or if possible lower, but I don't want to buy it higher, and I don't want to get into prices that are outside the range I desire. Normally that's how you do it, but for a simple transaction like this, where we're going in with saying, okay, I want 150 TRON, let's get on with it, probably better to just click the market link there, which takes us to the pretty much instant buy section. And just make sure as well you're on buy and not sell, is an easy mistake to make. And there you go, on market. So you just type in your 150 TRON, if that's what you want, and then you're set to go. So you would click buy TRX. That 150 TRON, after that's done, and that would be a pretty instant purchase because you're dealing in a very common and active market. That 150 TRON will then pop straight back into your wallet. So if you go back to Fiat and Spot Wallet thereafter, you shall see, or you should see, as it loads, you'll see your TRON is now in your Binance wallet. Now what we want to do then is, having set up our TRON Link wallet, which I will do in the next video, we will want to withdraw this TRON and our USDT to the TRON Link wallet. So we'll do that in the next video.